Welcome in, Jujubes. I have this whole spread here. I did a whole reading, and it's just blowing my mind here. So, if you found this reading, make sure you have your coffee, your tea, your juice, your water. I have water in a champagne glass, but hey, why not? It's a glass, it holds water. Anyway, let's get right into it, okay? So I'm talking to somebody who recently went through a massive spiritual attack. Okay, somebody who is ascending and is very powerful, is gaining, more of their gifts and abilities, tapping into their higher selves, becoming this healer, being more loving, very like a quiet strength, like a confident, quiet strength, very humble. Okay. Um, and you could have been attacked recently. To no, when I say attacked, I mean with thoughts and feelings that you haven't felt in a very long time and that you've worked very hard to heal. You could have been attacked and feel like, oh my God, I don't want to be here. I'm tired of this. You know, you could have been holding on to guilt, having feelings of confusion. Um, but Spirit is saying you did take a moment. You might have had a few moments of breaking down, of crying, or yelling to the universe, like frustration, anger. That's what I'm picking up on. Somebody who recently had a moment where they were like blacking out. Okay, you could have gone to your car or gone somewhere by yourself and just like, what the fuck? Why the fuck am I still here? Why, God? Like, why can't I just come home and be with you? Like, why am I still on this fucking planet dealing with this shit that is going on here? And God is saying, you kind of felt guilty after that for being confused about really what is your soul mission. Okay. Sorry. All right. You are somebody who you're very powerful, and like they say, like the more awakened you get, the higher you ascend, the more the attacks come from the enemy to try to get you to give up. And you may have wanted to give up recently, but then you were like, you know what? No, no, no. Maybe you got in a different space. Maybe you got some fresh air. You walked around, you got the blood flowing, you know what I mean? You got out of wherever you were. When you had that breakdown, you released. I'm getting that you released. So whoever I'm talking to was crying and expressing to the universe their frustration and their hurt and their heartbreak. And they're like, why the fuck am I still here? Why? Why do I have to stay here like it's a punishment? Earth angel energy, okay, I'm getting from this. And let's see. Okay, so whoever you are, you did take a moment to think about the situation and you did figure it out and you realized, yes, you're learning to trust, okay? And it says here, your soul is preparing to reestablish trust in the process. All right. All seekers of truth will experience confusion. Ask the universe to provide the answers you need. That's when you took a moment to go in and think about your situation to figure it out. Okay. Going within for the answers. All the answers are within us. Okay. Guilty. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness and feelings. Take the time to explore the deep emotions you are experiencing. Okay. So if you're feeling a sense of guilt about something, really look at it, face it, look it head on so that you can get rid of it. You know what I mean? So that you can get past it. And maybe you felt guilty for a situation from when you were a little kid. Maybe you did something mean to somebody and maybe you hurt them and you were being like, you remember your energy while you were doing it and you were being a little shit at the time. It was like a little evil ass little kid, like nah, 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 energy, you know. And as kids, yeah, they say we're innocent, but some kids are rotten. We can do some pretty rotten things to people, especially, I don't know, if you just think it's all fun and games, because you're a little kid. But this is why we have parents that, guide us and teach us, like, have a conscience, be nice. Don't do that. Don't walk around smacking people, whatever. But face something. Whoever I'm picking up on either recently did this or needs to do this. Face something that you've been feeling guilty about since your childhood. Face it head on. Talk to whoever that is, whether they're deceased or alive. You can talk to them in your space by yourself. You don't actually have to talk to the person. You can just talk out loud and intent. It's all about intention. So you say, Grandma, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I did that when I was little, or grandpa, or whoever you hurt, whoever it was, and I feel so bad, and I repent, for that, and because I hurt you, and I acknowledge that, and I'm sorry, you know, and you'll be amazed at the sense of relief that you will get, what will lift from your heart, and you'll feel it if you truly intend the words. Everything is intention. Okay. So you can release these feelings of guilt by forgiving yourself, Spirit is saying. Okay. So you can apologize and ask for forgiveness from the other, but you also need to forgive yourself and release the feelings of guilt behind the situation. Even though you were just a child, it is necessary, okay, for your journey. It is necessary for your ascension. So, Spirit is saying, do that. Or confirmation that this is something you just recently did. Just all of this just recently happened. Okay. So, all right. Spirit is bringing clarity to the confusion. Okay. By going within, by taking a moment to think about your situation, to figure it out, you ask the universe to provide the answers you need, right? That's what you do. You go within, you go into your universe and within you for the answers whenever you're confused. And Spirit is saying you do the right things. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what you do. And you release those guilty feelings, thank them for however they served you along the way. Maybe you learned how to treat people better and not do things like that anymore. That was your lesson because you felt guilty about it. Your soul is preparing to reestablish trust in the process. Okay. So maybe this situation shook you when it happened because you figured you were way past that now, like you're way past those feelings anymore. But Spirit is saying trust in your intuition. Okay, 2 cards. Like, are you kidding me? Look, yes, trust your intuition, and trust, you need to trust in a relationship for it to thrive. Okay, trust in your relationship, trust in your groundedness. Okay, into all of the work that you have done, all of the healing that you have done. Trust in it. It's not just bullshit. Like, you know, it's not. Trust in your intuition. You're not bugging, you know? The little things that you hear in your mind that aren't your active thoughts, that's your intuition. You could, on the outside, have no reason not to trust somebody, right? They've never given you a reason not to trust them ever. But if you get a feeling for some reason in your gut, that's where you feel it, in your gut. That's a gut feeling, your intuition. That is your intuition telling you something. Spirit is saying, always trust that. And that's what you're learning, to always trust that. No matter how it looks on the outside, no matter what anybody has said or ever done, there's always, you know, negative energies that can get into people and cause them to betray you, cause them to, you know, switch it up on you. And if you're watching this and you're still here, you've gone through this. I mean, we've all gone through, well, I don't know if we've all have, but if you're here, we've all gone through things that, people have betrayed us that we never thought would, because of who they are in our lives. But you got to learn, like, you'll learn if you're here and you're at this point, you're learning that you can trust your intuition. It's always right. Every time you've doubted it, you've regretted it, and you've gotten yourself into a bunch of shit. Okay, that could have been prevented if you would have just trusted your intuition from the get-go. Okay, so you're saying yes to trusting your intuition more. Okay, and this is a relationship with you and your higher self, and you need to trust in it. Okay, that is your intuition speaking to your higher self. You need to trust it. For you to thrive, you need to believe in it more often. You are practicing that. Whoever I'm speaking to is actively realizing that, like, okay, this is not, you're getting clear about it. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit. You're getting clear on a lot of things right now because you're being more open to it. You're taking more moments to think about your situation, to figure it out. Like, okay, let me use my intuition. All right, let me trust my higher self. Let me go within and trust in the process, because I know everything works out for me in the best ways possible. And Spirit is saying, you may be surprised, okay, that the more that you trust and let go of feelings of guilt and confusion, and really going within and saying, you know what, it is as I want it. You may be surprised, Spirit is saying. Okay. Oh, beautiful. So the angel of love is here. The angel of love card came out of the energy oracle cards. The healer of the ages, the angel of strength, and rest and rejuvenation. All right. So Spirit is saying the angel of love is helping you keep your heart chakra opened and balanced at this time. Call upon the angel of love. And if anybody knows which archangel is the angel of love, put it in the comments. Okay, because I can't look it up. I'm recording this video. And I don't have a computer or laptop or anything. So let me know in the comments the name of the angel of love. All right. And number 51 is here, healer of the ages. You tapping into your Christ rising energy, realizing your power, realizing your gifts and abilities, your blessings from God, from Source, from the Creator of all. Rising in your self empowerment, reclaiming your soul, realizing that your soul is directly connected to the breath, to breathing. Spirit is reminding you to breathe more deeply. Okay, realizing you are a body and a soul integrated into one. You are that you are. You say, I am that I am. I am a body and a soul. My soul dwells within my body. Okay, you could need to balance your chakras or just recently have balanced your chakras in a meditation. Okay, trust in what your soul desires, Spirit is saying. Trust in yourself. Have that beautiful relationship with you and your higher self. That is your best friend right now. Okay, you are healing that inner child. You are giving that inner child the forgiveness and the release of guilt that they needed. Okay, for whoever I'm talking to. You're trusting more in yourself. You're not pushing your intuition away anymore. Spirit is saying you are going to be surprised at everything coming in. They just want you to rest. Okay, you've been strong. Like you are the gentle, okay, lion, like a gentle, quiet strength, but powerful, angelic, but fierce. Okay, the angel of love and the angel of strength they're both around you, and they're both reminding you of the love and the strength within you. Rest and rejuvenate. Okay, Spirit is asking you to really keep going in, keep tapping into your higher self. Okay, through rest and rejuvenation. Have fun, enjoy every moment, but also rest and rejuvenate. Okay, tap into these higher energies, stay in a higher vibration. I'm hearing number 19 is here and number 50 is here. Okay, so I just realized that we have 49, 50, and 51. Okay, so yeah, that is the sequence right there. So 49 breaks down to 13. 13 breaks down to number 4. You could be seeing 444. You could be seeing 666. You could be seeing 555 and 222. All right, so now we go on to the Ace of Swords, clarifying the Roots card. Standing on business with yourself, like being exactly who you are, being very truthful about who you are, being very yourself. That's what I'm getting. And getting back to the root of who you are, getting back to your true personality, not the personality that everyone expects you to put on and be, nice and neat in a little box and, you know, no, you're getting back to the root of who you are, who is you. I don't know your name, but who, like I would say, who is Judy? You know what I mean? So, getting to the truth of the root of who you are, standing on business, being yourself no matter where you're at, not switching it up, not trying to fit in, being your true authentic self at all times, being diligent in being yourself, okay? Being really standing on business with this. This is the energy I'm getting because it's roots and diligence and the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. Like, pow. All right. I'm standing on the truth of who the fuck I am, right? And you're being more simple with your gratitude at this time and your give and take and loving when you see, goodness spreading and people doing good, kind things for others. And you're putting more of that out there as well, because you know that the more love and the more grace you give people, that spreads, because then they feel it and they're like, oh, that was nice. And then they want to do something nice. Well, hopefully they're not battling too many demons, but it does plant a seed within others to be reciprocal. You know, how you pass on the good deeds, right? So you're keeping things more simple, being more in the moment, being more in the here and now, not in the past, not in your phone, not in the anxiety of the future, like what's going to happen. Blah, blah, blah. No, that you're definitely balancing out your feelings and emotions, and you're staying in the moment, and you're just keeping it simple at this time. All right. You have Queen of Wands energy, okay, sitting on your throne, happy. Solar plexus is yellow, very happy energy. There's a lot of yellow in this reading, okay? And you're in your Queen of Wands energy, just standing on business, being who the F you are, being very powerful, but also very kind, okay? Motivated. All right. You follow your intuition. Again, an intuition card, inner peace. Yep. Staying more in your inner peace, being more solid in who you are. And that way you're more peaceful. Like you're not fighting, you're not pretending, you're just being you, following your intuition, and you've got inner peace because of it. And now you can be more confident in sitting on your throne. And, you know, Page of Wands and Knight of Wands are here. Okay. Protecting your boundaries. Spirit is saying you are being protected at this time. Okay, there are people that do want to come in and come towards you, but you're being protected. Okay, because you are the high priestess, and you need to stay in a high vibration in this full energy. Okay, you're extremely powerful, whoever I'm talking to with the high priestess. Okay, this Queen of Wands energy is being protected because you are really the high priestess, and you are ascending, and you need to stay in high vibrational energy with this full. You need to stay optimistic. You don't need to be on guard. You don't need to be distrustful at this time. Okay, so Spirit is saying, as you are ascending, as you are working on this, as you go through this, you are being protected. Okay, because you need to stay in this energy. You have love coming to you, the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Okay, whether that be friendships, partnerships, or a relationship, you have love coming to you. Okay, and this is a divine love. This is sent from above. Okay, this is what you've been manifesting with the Magician card, and you are going to get it. You deserve to be happy. All right, you deserve all of this. Okay, you have planted many seeds. Okay, and Spirit is saying every thought you plant will eventually blossom in an amazing way, because you are the magician. Okay, and you're believing more in that. You're trusting more in your intuition. Okay, you're finally like, maybe it's not bullshit. Maybe they're not just gassing up my head. Maybe it is real. Maybe this is true. Yes, every thought you plant will eventually blossom in an amazing way. So staying in the good vibration, like Spirit is protecting you. Okay, the angels are protecting you. Okay, surrounding you, an invisible white light protection of love and strength. All right, while you're on your journey, this high priestess, to keep your vibration high and optimistic and happy and free and trusting. Okay, because divine love is coming your way, and you're manifesting this, and this is the vibration you need to be on to bring in this happiness, this best chapter of your life, I'm hearing. Okay, so that's why they need to keep you on this. Okay, keep your heart opened. When you open your heart, the universe responds with infinite possibilities, showing paths you could not have imagined alone. Okay, so you're planting the seeds, keeping your heart open. Okay. And the last card here says time to heal. The past no longer defines you. Healing begins as you forgive yourself. Oh, what was I saying? Forgiving yourself for feeling the guilt and everything. Okay. So healing begins as you forgive yourself. Release the pain and open your heart to softness and renewal. Absolutely, yes. And like I said, the higher realms is telling you, you may be surprised what's coming in. I'm hearing better than you could have ever imagined. Wow. Okay, last few messages. The advice from Spirit I pulled was rhythm of the universe. Flow with the rhythm of the universe. Let me say that again because my tongue did sound weird. Hold on. Let me get some water. This reading is really long. If you are still here, please make sure you put in something in the comments so I know. Put like a purple heart in the comments if you're still here because this reading is, I love this reading, okay? And I really put it out there. This finds everyone it's meant to find at this time and at any time needed in the future. It is timeless. I proclaim it, I declare it. Okay, so flow with the rhythm of the universe. Life becomes easier when you move with its natural pulse instead of resisting what is. Okay, trusting in the rhythm of the universe. Beautiful. Okay, reminding you. And fire of rebirth. Every breakdown. Remember, I said that in the very beginning, I'm picking up on somebody who might have just had a freaking emotional breakdown, a spiritual attack, some kind of crying, some kind of, release that they just got overwhelmed. And okay, so it says every breakdown is a beginning of rebirth. Yes, taking a moment to clarify. Okay, like a phoenix, you must burn through the old to rise higher than ever before. Okay, so that's the fire of rebirth. That's what you were going through. That was the fire. And now you are reborn with the phoenix energy, rising from the flames. Okay, rising higher than ever before. It says the rhythm of faith. Wow, two cards that mention rhythm. Okay, the rhythm of fate. Don't rush to figure everything out. Destiny has its own rhythm. Slow down, and the universe will reveal the answers at the perfect time. Yeah, trusting in your relationship with the universe, trusting in the relationship between you and your higher self, realizing you are a body and a soul, reclaiming that soul, trusting in what your soul desires, and going with the flow and the rhythm of the universe, the rhythm of fate, the rhythm of how it'll come in for you because you just put that intention out there, right? You put it out there, and Spirit is saying, you're about to be surprised how it comes to you. Okay? Trust. You don't have to force anything, you don't have to figure anything out. You put it out there and trust that it's on its way in its own timing, in its own rhythm. You slow down and expect it, okay? You're not going to rush towards something you know is coming. You're just going to wait for it, right? When you order something, you wait for it. You know you can't rush it because it's going to come in the exact time. It's just whatever time it takes to get there. There's nothing you can do about it, right? So just slow down, and the universe will reveal the answers at the perfect time. And light of hope. Beautiful. That's a beautiful card. No darkness can silence your inner stars. Absolutely. No moment of darkness, no moment of breakdown, no moment of crying and frustration and anger, feeling betrayed. None of that. Okay. You always keep the light of hope deep down. You always have it. And yeah, you can release these feelings and get them out. but take those moments to go within. Find that light of hope. Get the clarity about your situation. Trust your intuition. Trust in your relationship with your higher self. Okay? No darkness can silence your inner stars. That's what Spirit has for you. I love you, Jujubes. I know it was a long one, but I love you so much. I will be back soon. Take care. Bye.